We're talking till my head explodes. I turn on the news and my body explodes. Spraying shit on my TV screen. Like this boy shout, like this boy scream. Going underground. Going underground.
Hi, welcome to Beat Orgy Special. My name's Steve Cross and we'll be through until 11 o'clock tonight, and welcome to the first of 10 special programs where we'll be thumbing through the 1980s year by year. Being pretty smart cookies, we're going to start with 1980, which we're going to be featuring for the next 2.5 hours, and we'll be focusing on the musical peaks and troughs of that year. Blanket apology, sorry if I don't play your favourite record from that year. We shortlisted 90 artists to play on the show. We've been pretty ruthless with the old pruning shears, and we've cut it down to about 45 or something like that in 150 minutes, so we'll be giving it our best shot. We should set the scene perhaps at the start of the decade. Perhaps the best way, or one of the better ways of doing it, is to have a look at the NME poll published on January the 19th, 1980. That poll was dominated by the Jam, hence the reason why we started the show with them. That had pretty massive success in '79 with the Setting Suns album and a series of singles, most notably Eaton Rifles, I guess, and the band had risen above what was something of a fiasco with the mod revival in the late 70s. They also dominated the NME poll at the end of 1980 with the Sound Effects album and the single Going Underground, which we opened the show with. The Police were pretty hot on their trail in that poll, but I think we'll try and turn a blind eye to that. And 3 to 4 years after the punk explosion, old age pensioners like Led Zeppelin, David Bowie and Genesis still had a really strong support. Female vocal section was dominated by Kate Bush, Debbie Harry and Susie of the Banshees, and here's a pretty embarrassing fact: Gary Newman was voted Image of the Year at the beginning of the 80s, so I think there's a few people who've got something to answer for there. Fortunately, he was also voted as Creep of the Year. Best new acts were the Specials at number 1 and Madness at number 2. I thought we should perhaps kick the show off with a few acts that actually had a few hits and made a little cash for themselves in 1980 before we go on to some of the more some of the acts that didn't become household names perhaps. The Two-Tone Boom was still all fired up in beginning of 1980, a pretty healthy blend of chart success and credibility, so it seems a pretty good place to start. Here's the Specials.
so I want like a clown. Your body sound a little way. I tell you about the uptown sound there. I tell you about the unity sound there. Love and unity, love and unity, peace, love and unity. Oh, say so, oh Lord, good God. I said I see no joy, I see only sorrow. I see no chance of your bright new tomorrow. So stand down, Margaret, stand down, please stand down, Margaret. I say stand down, Margaret, stand down, please stand down, Margaret. You tell me how can it work in this all white law? What a short sharp lesson, what a third world war. Oh, stand down, Margaret, stand down, please stand down, Margaret. I say stand down, Margaret, stand down, please stand down, Margaret.
Naughty boys in nasty schools, headmasters breaking all the rules, having fun and playing pool, smashing up the woodwork tools. All the teachers in the pub, passing round a ready rub, trying not to think of when the lunchtime bell will ring again. Oh, what fun we had, but did it really turn out bad? All I learnt at school was how to bend not break the rules. Oh, what fun we had, but at that time it seemed so bad, trying different ways to make a difference to the headmasters had enough today. All the kids have gone away, gone to fight with next to school. Every term that is the rule, sits alone and bends his cane. Same old backsides again, all the small ones tell two tales, walking home and squashing shells. Oh, what fun we had, but did it really turn out bad? All I learnt at school was how to bend not break the rule. Oh, what fun we had, but at that time it seemed so bad, trying different ways to make a difference through the days. Lots of boys, lots of smells and lots of noise, playing football in the park, kicking push bikes after dark, baggy trousers, dirty shirt, pulling hair and eating dirt. Teacher comes to break it up, back of the head with a plastic cup. Oh, what fun we had, but did it really turn out bad? All I learnt at school was how to bend not break the rule. Oh, what fun we had, but at that time it seemed so bad, trying different ways to make a difference through the days. Say, burn it down. Oh, may I ask you once more? Only want to believe.
Elvis is starting to show his age there, record jumping a little bit. Starting off the show there with the Specials, the man from CNA off their second album, More Specials. We also heard from The Beat with Stand Our Margaret off their debut album. Of course, a few members of that band doing very well for themselves in Fine Young Cannibals. We also heard from Madness, who are shaking off their National Front connections, or the connections of their audience rather, with the National Front in around the time of 1980, and establishing themselves as those nutty boys next door. And then we also had Dexy's Midnight Runners, who had very early two-tone connections and had, of course, huge success with 7-inch of Gino that year, and also Searching for the Young Soul Rebels. We heard Burn It Down off that album, and we should have been playing some UB40 as they'd been voted Best New Group in the NME poll at the end of 1980, but we couldn't find the album. And of course, we just finished off with Elvis Costello rekindling the spirit of Stax. On the Get Happy album, we had I Can't Stand Up for Falling Down, an old Sam and Dave number. And in 1980, Elvis managed to vault from Radar to two-tone for a couple of weeks and then over to the F-Beat label, so it was a pretty busy year for him. Let's have some more music from other jumbo pop stars who cut through the grey in 1980 with the dubious, I guess, tutelage of Mr. Malcolm McLaren. I'm of course referring to Bow Wow Wow and Adam and the Ants. Yeah, one-time punk laughing stock Adam and the Ants made good, I guess, in that they went to number one for 15 weeks in the UK with that album, Kings of the Wild Frontier, and before that Bow Wow Wow, again under Malcolm McLaren's tutelage, and stealing a few members of the Ants, if I recall correctly, to form that band, and also giving Boy George his first flush of success of being a backing singer with that band on occasions. Malcolm McLaren's old protege Johnny Rotten got a pretty slow start to the 1980s, despite being voted face of the 70s in NME. He brought out a pretty perfunctory live album with Public Image Limited, but some of the other members of the class of 76 were broadening out their sound, playing more than the statutory 3 chords. Here's the Clash to articulate that growth.
The basic thing is that we're not so stuck in just playing 3 chords all the time. You know, we're sort of not that sort of band.
Having to play fast, like if you consider you've got to play fast, it means you're stuck in a rut. You know, who wants to be in a rut where you have to play everything really fast? We play everything the speed that we want to play it at.
The magnificent 7 a.m. Move yourself to go again. Cold water in the face brings you back to this awful place. Knuckle merchants and your bankers too. Let's get up and learn those rules. Weatherman and the crazy chief. One says sun and one says sea. AM and FM, the PM too. Turning out that boogaloo. Get you up and I get you out. But how long can you keep it up? Give me Honda, keep you solid. So cheap and real folding. Hong Kong dollar, Indian cents, English pounds and Eskimo pence. You know what? Don't stop, get it on your block. You know what? Don't stop, yeah. You know what? Don't stop, get it on your block. You know what? Don't stop, yeah. Looking for a rise, better my station. Take my baby to sophistication. Seen the ads, cause it's nice. Better work hard, I seen the price. Never mind that, it's time for the bus. We got to work, and you're one of us. Clocks go slow in a place of work. Minutes drag and the hours judge. Yeah, well, bye-bye. Wave bye-bye to the boss. It's our profit, it's his loss. But anyway, the lunch bell rings. Take 1 hour, do your fine. Chief Boyga.
We don't class ourselves as a certain type of music. Susie and the Banshees, and there's no one else like us. And they just got to realise that they must be so bored going to gig after gig, seeing different bands with the same approach to it all the time. No wonder they're caught in ruts and they just won't look at things with fresh eyes at all.
is a sun from where the wall is cracked. My force of habit, I am an insect. I have to confess I'm proud as hell of my back. I know the highest and the best. I accord them all due respect. But the brightest jewel inside of me glows with pleasure at my own stupidity. This is a song for the underlords. This is a song from where the wall is cracked. My force of habit, I am an insect. I have to confess I'm proud as hell of that fact.
In 1980, the Ramones spent the best part of the year recording with Phil Spector, 2 months recording at gunpoint if their rumours are to be believed, and 4 months mixing the album. Spector is said to have spent 10 hours just mixing the opening chord at Rock and Roll High School. It's a pretty big year for the Ramones. It was certainly the first year that Dee admitted that he didn't like being spat on, so times definitely were changing. We also heard there from Magazine off their album The Correct Use of Soap. We had Song from Under the Floorboards. They were pretty much at their peak, I guess. And we also had Susie and the Banshees getting over the desertion of their original guitarist and drummer, and roping in Budgie from the Slits. And on that album, which is the Kaleidoscope album, using John McGeoch from Magazine and also Steve Jones from the Sex Pistols, we started the whole thing off with a few words from the Clash, articulate as ever, aren't they, off the very rambling Sandinista triple album. Can anybody name a track on the sixth side of Sandinista? And if they can, I bet they can't hum it anyway. You're listening to 3PBS. We're running down some of the tracks that we vaguely remember from 1980 in the first of a series of 10 programs dealing with the 1980s. It's 1 minute past 9 here. My name's Steve Cross. I'm with you through until 11 on this shamble through 1980. Let's take a listen to some younger bands who are starting to construct what I guess has best been tagged as post-punk sound. A lot of that action was taking place in the north of England. Let's start off in downtown Manchester. That town's principal punk outfit, the Buzzcocks, were pretty much fizzing out in 1980. We've already dealt with Howard Devoto's magazine, so let's hear from some of the new blood that was filling up the space. We'll start off with a few words from one of the more dominant people from the Manchester scene for the last decade, Mark E. Smith.
What I like about Manchester is there's a very much city sort of environment in it, a much harsher sort of city, because it's very Irish sort of Jewish, and you've also got Salford, which is part of Lancashire, which is where my sort of roots are, and then people are sort of very sarcastic people, you know, like all my family is Salfordians. It's sort of different, slightly different, and you got the Manchester where they're sort of very sort of city-ish, and then you've got it all Lancashire. You've got Liverpool. Liverpool's only 40 miles away, so you have all these different things.
They will not free me. I am not disease. All the people ask me how I wrote Plastic Man, how I wrote Plastic Man, how I wrote Plastic Man, how I wrote Plastic Man. Well, I should be full of
Turpin's Last Ride by Alfred Noyce, which is a very long but very fast poem. See, it was written on horseback, you know. He's running away from the gallows and that. So it's written on horseback, whereas most poems at that time were written sort of walking around, observing things. Yeah.
Yeah, that's obviously one of the crucial things about your own approach, isn't it? That there's a sort of a rock and roll performance part of it.
Well, the velocity is a great part of my appeal, yeah.
What's it to be then, chum? A brunette or a bleeding blonde? The telltale tongue of a two-tone taste bomb. Is the kiddie coming on like the It Man, baby? Take the sugar, dump the crumbs. It's a mug's game. Take some bugger for a lump sum and bugger off to Spain. An endless stream of fizzy drinks for It Man, whose dentures gleam like southern cufflinks. It Man, baby. Who drove the van? Some old purpose also ran. When the shit hits the fan, who's gonna carry the can for It Man? He's after all your stuff. His motto is receive. Too much is not enough now. Let's not be naive. Drink dry, zip fly, It Man. Kiss the girls and make them die. It Man, baby. Underneath that yellow shirt beats a heart of solid dirt. The most disgusting man on earth. It Man, baby. No back chat was
It Man, baby. That's John Cooper Clarke there off an album called Snap, Crackle and Bop, and it's pretty much Martin Hannett's City, I think, Manchester in 1980. 3 of the tracks we have played, including the one which I'm about to start in the background now, which is Girardi Column, were produced by Martin Hannett for the Factory record label. We heard Joy Division. Calm down there, calm down. We heard Joy Division with, of course, Love Will Tear Us Apart, and of course that year as well they also had their Closer album out, which both won the NME Critics Poll in 1980 at the end of the year. And the 7-inch, of course, of Love Will Tear Us Apart pretty much coincided with the suicide of Ian Curtis after the breakdown of his marriage. And no doubt most of the Joy Division stuff has attained classic status, but by no means everybody loved it. Nick Cave is quoted as saying in 1980 that Joy Division were leaden, dirgish, self-pitying, corny and witless, which is probably quite true, but also a fairly good description of half of his own work as well. We also heard from a certain Ratio who stepped out from under the shadow of Joy Division a little bit, doing a track called Flight off a 12-inch, and we started the whole thing off with The Fall doing How I Wrote Elastic Man. Pretty hell of a year really for The Fall, with Elastic Man, Fiery Jack, Wired and the Grotesque album released all in one year. And as I say, we're now listening to the sounds of Girardi Column, sort of rare psychedelic and pastoral sound for 1980 on Factory Records. This is Sketches of Summer, I think. take that 40-mile trip that Marky Smith was talking about on the taped interview we had up to Liverpool. 3 lads up there with a major haircut obsession who had formed a band by the name of the Big Three, which never really made it out of their own bedrooms. Instead, they packed their egos into very large suitcases and went their separate ways. The end result, of course, was Echo and the Bunnymen, Teardrop Explodes, and Wah.
minutes to midnight, and I'm crawling out my shell. 7 minutes to midnight, and it's hell. 7 minutes to analyze, my instinct must be quick. 7 minutes to midnight, I feel sick. You can't justify it, not a word. I can't believe a thing I've heard. You can't justify it with your twisted facts. Maybe the coming of the axe. 7 minutes to midnight. 7 minutes to midnight. 7 minutes to midnight. I'm hungry and I'm cold. 7 minutes to midnight. 7 minutes to midnight. 7 minutes to midnight. I'm so old. Comic read, it's unlucky, and it clashes with my views. 7 minutes to midnight, what's the news? They've got a problem of balance, now there is no right or wrong. 7 minutes to midnight, that's so wrong. You can't justify it, not a word. I can't believe the things I've heard. You can't justify it with your twisted facts. Well, in the coming of the axe. 7 minutes to midnight. 7 minutes to midnight. 7 minutes to midnight.
Pretty overwrought stuff there, and I have been beaten around the head and advised that of course it was called the Crucial Three, not the Big Three when they were in the bedrooms together. So we started off with Echo and the Bunnymen off their Crocodiles album and Rescue, which started a decade of sort of perverse flirtation with fame that band's had. And that was voted 7th best album at the end of the year in NME, and they were voted 3rd best new group. Teardrop Explodes were after that, off the Kilimanjaro album Treason, who were probably pretty peeved at Echo and the Bunnymen getting voted 3rd best new group, as they only managed to achieve 10th best group. And we finally finished off with Wah, who didn't even show, with 7 minutes to midnight. Probably a lesser degree of fame and fortune for that band, probably because it didn't look as shaggable as the other ones. And I was going to play Pink Military from Liverpool, but time is against us. This is the major problem on this show tonight. I think trying to squeeze all this into 2.5 hours. You're listening to 3PBS. And if you've always thought about subscribing to 3PBS, stick around, because after this next bracket of tracks, I've got a couple of really good bribes to read out, and maybe you'd like to snap them up. Before that though, perhaps we should make one final stab at the north of England here and check out some rumblings that were going on over in Leeds and Sheffield, starting with of course the Gang of Four.
walk the streets together with smiles on our faces. We talk nice to each other and we listen when we have to. Maybe it's just overrated. Maybe I'm just isolated. We walk the streets together. We walk the streets together. But you don't like my friends. You don't like my clothes. You think that I'm crazy. Any other girl would just pass over. Any other girl would just pass over. Nothing ever comes between us. In no man's land, the danger zone. Look at us broke up to pieces. We live together on our own. Maybe it's just overrated. Maybe I'm just isolated. We walk the streets together. We walk the streets together. But you don't like my friends. You don't like my clothes. You think that I'm crazy. Any other girl would just pass over. 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 This is Total War Girl. 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 Any other girl would just pass over. Any other girl would just pass over. This is Total War Girl. 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 This is Total War Girl.
Definitely, in my opinion, one of the bands that should have made it from 1980, but I guess just weren't spunky enough to make it. And that's the Comsat Angels there with Total War. They had also their debut album, Waiting for a Miracle, and Independence Day, released that year. And before that we had Girls at Our Best, pretty much I think developing the whole British indie pop scene on one 7-inch single there. That song of course covered by the Yorkshire band The Wedding Present quite recently. That was Getting Nowhere Fast, and we started off with Leeds Marxists, and the cutting edge of guitar noise for that year, I reckon. The Gang of Four certainly solidifying their position after releasing the Entertainment album late in 1979 with a track Outside the Trains Don't Run on Time. And as I said earlier, if you are interested in subscribing to PBS, if you're enjoying this show, or if you've enjoyed a whole lot better shows than this recently, perhaps a good time to subscribe to PBS. We certainly need your cash to help keep the station going. Subscriber money is the major source of revenue the station has. So if you would like to subscribe, by all means give us a call down here at the studio. We've got a few incentives to try and encourage you to do that and help keep the station on the air. We've got two packages here. The first package is a meal for two to the value of $15 from Musical Knives down here at 145 Fitzroy Street in St Kilda, which is a pretty good place to eat. I can speak from personal experience. And a double pass to the PTO Club, which is at Chase's in South Yarra in Paran. And we also got a complimentary haircut for 309 Hair Salon at 309 Exhibition Street in the city. So that's a haircut, a double pass to the PTO club, and also a meal for two at Musical Knives. That's one package. The other package is a complimentary haircut from Gothic Hair Salon in Glenferrie Road, Malvern, a double pass to the Longford Cinema, Toorak Road in South Yarra, and a voucher to the value of $10 from Greville Records in Greville Street in Prahran. So a record voucher, double pass to the movies, and a haircut. So there's two packages there. If either of those appeal to you, give us a call down on the station. Subscriber rates are $35 if you're unemployed, $25 if you're not fully employed, if you're a student, if you're on some form of benefit. Something like that. So $35 or $25. The number at the station is 537-2433. That's 537-2433.
Well, it's a 1, 2, 3, you're looking good to me. 4, 5, 6, don't you pull no tricks.
Hey, Bird Dog, this is Tav Falco with the Panther Burns. Subscribe, baby, to 3PBS FM. Ring now on 537-2433.
Oh, the phones are going fairly red hot, sort of blue hot or something. We're going to carry on with a little more music. Let's slip across the border, check out some fine music coming out of Scotland, mainly on Alan Horn's Postcard record label. They released 6 7-inches in 1980, and I think every one of them's a gem. 3 of them are from Orange Juice, 2 from Joseph K, 1 from Australia's own Go-Betweens. Definitely the sound of young Scotland. Let's start with a few words from Alan Horn and Edwin Collins, guitarist from Orange Juice. This is terribly recorded, so if you're interested in hearing this, turn your radio up.
Postcard thing, we're just looking to Tamamoto and Stax, sort of mid-60s American independents who like just came out and just like beat all the other majors at their own game. Just like came from nothing and became the best of what they were. Obviously we can't do that because of the climate, but in a smaller way we're doing that.
On what criteria would you choose a band to record?
If I like them myself.
And if the group like the Velvet Underground.
It's a bit of a joke, but yeah, all the bands owe a great deal. Like Joseph K in a way, the much different type to it. But they all have a lot to Velvet Underground and Louis.
Yeah.
The latest group we've got, Aztec Camera they're called. But they're sort of like live at Max's Velvet Underground, very sort of melodic and Southern Club, very sort of, you know, stylish and classy. And Orange Juice is sort of live 69 Velvet Underground and Joseph K for like White Heat or something like that. But everybody really loves Lou Reed. They were all just like a Lou Reed appreciation to that.
When he smokes, she's smiling all like this. And her smile is all the price and she pays girl. She wasn't listening to
many pathways that lead to the heart. The records were letters, a wrong place to start. So devoid of expression, I can tell at a glance. Stripped at face value, we can glide into trance. On the freeway so dark in the heat of this night, you can tune in on them if the frequency's right. These words are so dull, the records were letters from hundreds to millions. The wrong place to start. Though it's easy to hear all the messages on, something will give if they carry on. I'm stripped of self-virtue that can't be too smart. Should have stayed locked away, the cure can't be far. The cure can't be far, should have stayed locked away. I smash up the radio, that's enough for one day. These words are so dull, yeah. The records were letters from hundreds to millions. They're on this to start. These words are so dull. The records were letters from hundreds to millions. They're on this to start. It's easy to hear all the messages on. Something will give if they carry on. I'm stripped of self-virtue that can't be too smart. Should have stayed locked away, the cure can't be far. The cure can't be far, should have stayed locked away. I smash up the radio, that's enough for one day. These words are so dull. The records were letters from hundreds to millions. They're on this to start. These words are so dull, yeah. The records were letters from hundreds to millions. They're on this to start.
Couple of tracks there on the Postcard record label, starting off with Orange Juice with Blue Boy, and then Joseph K. And thanks very much to Sue Miller from North Fitzroy and Marita from St Kilda for phoning up and subscribing, taking off a couple of bribes there. We've still got a couple more on the show, so stay tuned. In the next hour and a quarter we're going to be reading out 2 more bribes, and we're going to be continuing playing some more music from 1980, which is the aim of this show, to play I don't know, I wouldn't be so bold as to say a cross-section of music. It's pretty limited so far, but it's stuff I like from 1980 anyway. And we're going to carry on with some more music off the Postcard record label, Australia's own Go-Betweens. Before that, here's Robert Foster and Grant from the Go-Betweens explaining how they got mixed up with a Scottish record label in the first place.
Postcard Records which was pretty much the same as the first record label we'd started called the Able label. The boss from that and the guitarist singer from Orange Juice doing their first record were down in London taking copies of the record around, I think. They saw the cover in at Rough Trade. They remembered having heard Lee Remick on the John Peel show. I think in 1978 it would have been, I suppose, yeah. And asked about it, and she said, oh, well, they're in London. They got in contact with us through mail, and a message left at the hotel. It arranged that we should go up to Glasgow, play a few gigs and record a single. Robert will take up the Glasgow thing.
We played 3 performances up there, which was the launching of the label, with Joseph Kay and Orange Juice, and we recorded a single, which is a group. Orange Juice recorded and so did Joseph Kay. The 3 singles came out eventually, but by that time we'd come back to Australia and had joined forces with Lindy Morrison, who was then the drummer with a group called Zero, and we started rehearsing. We were quite aware at the time that the quality of the material that we'd recorded in Glasgow, and I mean the extreme high quality groups on the label, and the fact of having such a forthright character as Alan Horn managing the label, that Postcard was obviously going to do quite well. We sort of came back to Australia and started rehearsing. By that time Postcard was receiving attention in England, and Keith Glass, who we've never really got the straight story from, approached us around September and October to about concerning the release of a single of our Scottish single on Missing Link. We said that'd be great. They released it. It's taken a damn long time to have the second single, and
you and I wonder why animals extinct and I'm beginning to cry. Give me a bank book, and sometimes I think I need 2 hands. The best detective's the child detective. Everything's brand new and it's all effective. So easy just to pretend. And sometimes I think I need 2 hands. I need strange names, like Bill and Jill and their collective fame, and all these things that are said. Sometimes I think I need 2 hands. You're something special. I'm now convinced. Marguerite, the flame may be hot, but you can't resist that. To know is to touch. Marguerite, Marguerite. I don't know whether to over or underestimate you, whether to over or underestimate you. But when I come over, you then put me under. That's no taste, it's a mental agenda. Don't let slip my name while you're making love. Say you were dreaming, Marguerite. Thou shalt not commit the seventh commandment, most precious of all, Marguerite. I don't know whether to over or underestimate you, whether to over or underestimate you. But when I come over, you then put me under. Personal taste is a matter of gender. So tell me, tell me, tell me, tell me,
Truly inspired stuff there. That's the great Fire Engine. Sorry, long time since I heard that. Anarchic James Brown, no doubt. Get Up and Use Me, that's the Fire Engines. And before that, the little more sophisticated sound from the Associates off their Affectionate Punch album, A Matter of Gender. Billy Mackenzie, a man who I think's always promised a whole lot more than he's delivered, which is a great shame, and he's now reduced to covering Blondie records for a living, which is not a bad thing, I guess, actually, now I think about it, as long as they're good Blondie records. Okay, well, while we're talking about great guitar sounds, I guess we're going to have to play this as well on the show. Band who've gone on to pretty big things, I guess. Just ripping off the Public Image riff here, though.
I was looking at miser. Now he's making lots of noise, playing along with the art school boys. Girls try to attract his attention, but what a shame, it's in vain, total rejection. He will never be left on the shelf, 'cause Kevin, he's in love with himself. Oh my perfect cousin, what I like to do he doesn't. He's his father's pride and joy, his mother's little broken boy.
If there's any justice in this world, I think the Undertones would be as big as U2. Started off with a track off U2's Boy album, released in 1980, debut album of, in my opinion, one of the most retrogressive, self-important bands of the decade, and but always destined for major stardom, I think, especially with a huge amount of record company support behind them. And also, they kind of looked like they were a really modern band, but had a massive sort of mainstream rock sound as well, which always ensures you to sell quite a lot of records, I guess. The Undertones, on the other hand, nice, endearing lads from Derry with a self-effacing humour, which never managed to sell records for very many people anyway, I guess. So they got it all round the wrong way.
Delta. Opening Sunday 2nd of April, starring Intoxica plus The Wreckers, with DJ Sophie Elkner, cousin Kev Purdy. 9 p.m. till late, 199 Bridge Road, Richmond.
Grand opening, Delta, jive, rockabilly, rock and roll, country, hillbilly, swing, psychobilly, Delta.
Well, now please, please, baby, won't you give me some of your love?
Announcing what promises to be a highlight of Melbourne's musical calendar, the Brunswick Music Festival, Friday, March the 31st to Sunday, April the 2nd. Music around the clock at 4 different venues: the Brunswick Town Hall, Brunswick Mechanics Institute, Retreat Hotel and the Sporting Club Hotel. Artists of international and Australian repute on stage. For example, on Friday, Andy Irvine in concert with the Polkaholics at the Mechanics Institute. Zydeco Jump at the Retreat Hotel. On Saturday, the Guitars in concert. Martin Carthy, Tommy and Phil Emanuel and Louis McManus. The festival premiere concert with Andy Irvine and Martin Carthy at the Brunswick Town Hall. And Frank Trainer Memorial Concert with Gary Shearston and Martin Carthy at the Retreat Hotel. On Sunday, Judy Small in concert with the Short Women's Choir at the Town Hall. Roots and Rhythms. Gary Shearston in concert with Ted Egan at the Retreat. And Martin Carthy in concert at the Mechanics Institute. And much, much more. Phone 387-3376 for more information. It's a fantastic selection of folk and acoustic artists from all nations. Phone 387-3376 for more details. Prices are reasonable and there are substantial discounts for multiple bookings. 387-3376 or book through Bass for the Brunswick Music Festival, co-presented by Free PBS FM.
Hey, what I want to know is, did Melanie Griffiths win an Academy Award? If anybody's been watching the Academy Awards tonight, with the sound down and with this on, give us a call down at the station and tell me whether Melanie Griffiths won an award on 537-2433, because it's sort of preying on my mind at present. I'm not able to concentrate. But next thing we're going to do is that we've been focusing on some pretty young blood who made records in 1980, but some old age pensioners made some pretty great records as well. So let's play a few of those as well. Amongst the ones we could play, but we're not going to play because of the lack of time, Tom Waits continued his sort of bar crawl with Heart Attack and Vine. AC/DC were back in black after the death of Bon Scott from alcohol poisoning in February. Robert Wyatt, who was a member of the British Communist Party, had a series of truly eclectic singles out, like his cover version of Chic's Set Free, Latin American socialist anthem Chimenera, and an old R&B vocal group number called Stalin Wasn't Stalin. As I say, we can't squeeze all those in, but we'll put a few in. We got David Bowie next lined up off his album Scary Monsters, which is probably the last album he made that sounded as if he was still in touch with modern trends in music. We're going to have Iggy Pop off his Soldier album, crossing over, and we're playing with a lot of UK punk musicians on this album, and the great advertisements at the time for it acclaimed it as being private thoughts on general chaos from the front lines of rock and roll. What more can you say? And we'll finish off with a little bit of Captain Beefheart's, probably off his last great album as well, before he chucked rock in and became a sculptor out in the desert. That's Doc at the Radar Station. But first up, David Bowie.
Turn you up in bed just like she said. Cause she's a hothead, hothead, hothead. She can throw her fight a show, she can start a pile of go. She's a hothead, hothead, hothead. She puts her head into the fire, makes her red hot perspire. She's a hothead, hothead, hothead. She was burned before she was born, burning up a storm. She's a hothead, hothead, hothead. Lick out like a flame and burn you to a shame. Fight a burning flame. Switch a burning wig. She's a red hot pig. She's a hobo by a toaster. She's a circle on a spit. She's a hothead. Hothead. Hothead.
Sound of the birthday party there, mutating out of Boys Next Door and moving to the UK on about February 1980 and casting a shadow over the Melbourne music scene for the rest of the decade pretty well. We have been playing a lot of Australian music on this show with very good reason. The reason for that being that Craig Camber, who does the Australian music show on Friday nights, is going to be running a special sort of in collaboration with our specials. We'll be doing 1980 tonight. He's doing 1980 tomorrow night from 7:30 till 8, just concentrating on the Australian music scene that year. And next month when we do 1981, Craig will be doing 1981 as well. It's pretty amazing really how this all fits together. So that's the special on the Australian music show tomorrow night, 7:30 to 8 on 1980 music scene in Australia with Craig Camber. So try and grab hold of that. That should be well worth listening to. Great stuff came out that year. Birthday Party, Lipstick Killers, Saints, Laughing Clowns, the fun things. I'm sure Craig will be playing some great stuff, so check it out. We've also just had a whole glut of phone calls to tell me that Melanie Griffith didn't win, but I'll try and pull through and cry off when I get home. And I also had some other phone calls about my accent, and I'm sorry about this, but it's all a bit ridiculous. Okay, and we're also trying still to cram some more stuff in. I think we've got to go over to America. We've got to play some American stuff. This is getting totally out of hand. We've got 45 minutes left and about 50 records to play. A few bands were still trying to keep the New York scene happening in 1980, despite the fact that it pretty much bitten the dust after the breakup of television and Patti Smith getting weird and all that sort of stuff. But a few of them were managing to do it. One of them was, of course, the Feelies.
With the last breath of my soul, I'll be gloomy Sunday.
Yes, your card dress, it was my obsession. Now I'm oblivious to that. It's a soul kiss, that's what I want on my lips. It's a soul kiss, that's what I miss on my lips. Talk in the dark, crosswords and valentines. Oh, that's all very fine, but it's a soul kiss, that's what I got on my mind. It's a soul kiss, that's what I got on my mind.
Few bands there making music in New York from 1980. Should have played James Chance, but didn't get the chance. Should have played the Bongos, but no time either, I'm afraid. We heard from the Feelies off their scratchy and irrepressible debut album, which is called Crazy Rhythm, and then we heard a little bit of gloom and doom for you from Queen of Gloom and Doom, Lydia Lunch, Queen of Siam album, her version of Billie Holiday's Stormy Monday, and finally a bit of power pop gloop from the DBs, Soul Kiss, a little single that was given away with the first album. But that track actually predates the first album, I think. They were certainly not very hip, not very trendy, and definitely not under 18, therefore they didn't get anywhere. DBs were who broke up late last year. It was very sort of unfashionable in about 1980 to be I'll start again, you know what I'm trying to say. It was very unfashionable in 1980 to be into sort of 60s pop sensibilities and vaguely psychedelic. A few years later that became very fashionable, of course, but bands like the DBs sort of led and paid the result of getting nowhere, I think. A number of other bands went along with them, pretty 60s influenced in their style, and they pretty much all broke up penniless. We intend to play several of those bands in a row now, starting off with one of my favourites from that period, the Plimsolls.
Getting late, the train's pulling out, there's no time to waste now. You better move fast, yeah, you better move fast. Staple your ticket and put on your shoes, pack up your suitcase, there's no time to lose now. You better move fast, yeah, you better move fast. It's getting late now, it's time to go. It's over the top now, we're out of control. Just a matter of time till the 0 hour. Lights out, shine, get out of the bed. The phone's still ringing, but it's gone to your head now. You better move fast, yeah, you better move fast. Time to look at the things you've done. It's time to finish, girl, what you've begun now. You better move fast, yeah, you better move fast. It's getting late now, it's time to go. It's over again, just like it did before. They feed your pride with boredom and they lead you on to war. The way you treat each other really makes me feel real. 'Cause if you wanna fight, then you're just dying to get killed. I wanna destroy you. I wanna destroy you. A box upon the media and everything you read. They tell you your opinions and they're very good indeed. I wanna destroy you. When I have destroyed you, I'll come picking at your bone. And you won't have a single atom left to call your own. I wanna destroy you. I wanna destroy you.
Started off there with a few American bands with severe 60s hangover tones, who didn't get anywhere really as a result of it. In fact, some of them weren't American now I think about it. Started off with the Plimsolls' great 0 Hour from LA's finest fringes since the Byrds, and we also had the Barracudas. Well, their lead singer was Canadian at least, doing Summer Fun, and that's a band who broke up probably pretty penniless and destitute for all their efforts as well. We also had the Soft Boys, who probably you could say exactly the same about, doing I Want to Destroy You off the classic Underwater Moonlight album. Of course, all these bands didn't do very well then, but all their records are worth a fortune now. And we also had Mitch Easter off an album called Shake to Date, before he formed Let's Active, doing a song called Prying Eyes. And of course he then went on to produce R.E.M. and was something of a mentor for their early stuff. And the stuff playing in the background now, the last track we played, isn't the Gang of Four, even though it sounds like it. It's Pylon doing a track called Dub. And Pylon, of course, were an Athens, Georgia band that R.E.M. used as a sort of yardstick to gain how much they'd achieved in their early years, and often felt as if they didn't achieve very much in comparison to Pylon. Pretty good stuff. It's now, about 28 minutes to 11, gives us 28 minutes to go. We've got a little bit of Cramps, Alex Chilton, and some great dance floor rock crossover music coming up in the next half an hour. So stay tuned as we try and wrap up 1980, or what we're going to cover of it. And before that, we've got a little message going out here for you.
3 PBS and the Bendigo Hotel present the crazy jump beat rockabilly sounds of the Vincents every Friday night at the newly refurbished Bendigo Hotel, 125 Johnson Street, Collingwood. $5 gets you a rockabilly rage with the Vincents at the Bendigo Hotel this Friday.
Okay, a few bribes to subscribe still sitting here with us. We've got rid of a couple on the show. We'd certainly like to get rid of a couple more as we've got them here. Maybe if you've been enjoying the show, or if you enjoy PBS in general, maybe you'd like to phone up, take away one of these incentives, become a subscriber and help keep the station on the air. I'll spare you the sob story. You know we need your money, and we'll put it to good use by keeping the radio going 24 hours a day. 2 bribe packages. Bribe number 1 is a meal for 2 to the value of $15, or a $15 voucher from Musical Knives at 145 Fitzroy Street down here in St Kilda. I've eaten there, it's a great place, so check it out. And also a double pass to the PTO Chasers Club down in not Greville Street, in Chapel Street in Paran, and also a complimentary haircut from 309 Hair Salon at 309 Exhibition Street in Melbourne Central. So it's a haircut, double pass to the PTO Club, and a meal for 2 at Musical Knives. That's package number 1. Package number 2 is a complimentary haircut from Forecast Hair Studio and Barbershop in the Royal Arcade in Melbourne, a double pass to the Astor Theatre down here in St Kilda, and dinner for 2 to the value of $15 again from Musical Knives at 145 Fitzroy Street in St Kilda. So dinner for 2, double pass to the movies, and also a free haircut. Both of those bribes probably coming in at about $60 each. They're yours for $35 if you're a worker, $25 if you're a student, unemployed, or on some form of benefit. So why not give us a call down here at station on 537-2433. That's 537-2433.
Oh, love the music. It's the most disgusting, sleazy, greasy stuff I've heard. It's more tacky than the bloody pink curtains in a brothel. What are you listening to this trash for? I've got no choice. No choice? You listen to this music because you've got no choice? It's disgustingly tacky. One of these easy, greasy listening stations, right?
Well, if I had my choice, I'd listen to PBS.
PBS?
Yeah, PBS. You know, that station, 106.7.
I think I've heard about that, yeah. You subscribe or something, is that right?
No, that's why I can't listen, because I don't subscribe.
Well, why don't you?
I suppose I should.
How much is it going to cost you?
Only $35, because I'm working full time.
Well, do it. I'm going to.
Yeah, why not?
If I ever said I'd be back
somewhere down south. Hey, 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 little child. Hey, little child. Flannel vest, silly new balls on the best. Now you look so forlorn, passing by in your uniform. Hey, 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 little child. Hey, little child.
Meanwhile, down in Memphis, Tennessee, something evil is stirring. It's the dawn of the living dead, undoubtedly. They had a little bit there from the Cramps off Songs the Lord Taught Us, an album that would definitely have been burnt 25 years earlier. And it comes with some great quotes from around that time. Lux Interior's quoted as saying, "The best thing about our audience is that they're an unusual mix of the terminally unhip and terminally hip. You'll see an aging guy in a suit and tie next to a man with a nail through his head." It's true, I swear. And then, of course, we had a little Alex Chilton, the man who produced those Cramp sides, doing Hey Little Child off the Flies on Sherbet album, which was said at the time to be a document of a major talent disintegrating. I would object to that. I think it's a classic of the genre. Alex producing the Cramps, definitely a mentor of theirs, and at that time having a pretty tough time, way out of his depths on pills and booze, and definitely the birth of psychobilly, which we'll be looking at in a